greatest and most influential physicists of all time, Albert Einstein, best known for developing the theory of relativity, once said, and I quote, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As per the time zone you're watching this show, this is your host, Dr. Sumant Mishra, in welcoming all of you in our show, Aapka Dr. Bhaiya Positive India and the News Express. And we have today in our virtual studio a very eminent educationist, our host, our guest, Toastmaster Stephen Erasmus. Welcome you, Toastmaster Stephen, in our show, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me describe briefly about our guest, Toastmaster Stephen. Toastmaster Stephen Erasmus hails from Cape Town, South Africa. Toastmaster Stephen is the current president of Mangaf Communicators Toastmasters Club, and he's a multi-skilled personality with degrees in different fields. Toastmaster Stephen has been in Toastmasters since the last more than a decade. He enjoys many sport events and is a good athlete. Toastmaster Stephen loves to travel and has been in many countries and is currently teaching in Kuwait. Toastmaster Stephen firmly believes that we are on this planet to help and serve other people. What a noble thought, Toastmaster. Briefly describing one sentence, Toastmaster International is a US headquartered non-profit educational organization that operates clubs worldwide for the purpose of promoting education, communication, public speaking, and leadership. So now our eminent guest, Toastmaster Stephen, is here in our virtual studio to answer some of the frequently asked questions from our viewers in today's show. Toastmaster Stephen, would you kindly describe how Toastmaster International facilitates one's personal as well as professional growth, citing your own example? Over to you, please.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I feel honored of being here today. And I must tell you that Toastmaster International is a very esteemed organization, and it has served and empowered so many people throughout the years. Now, the basis of Toastmasters is that it takes you outside your comfort zone. And once you're outside there, you find you are learning new skills. And I'm a firm believer of continuous education, whether adult, and we should always keep on learning. And here, Toastmasters gives you so many opportunities to challenge yourself. And you also see that growth in yourself, but also in other people. And part of this journey that I've had with Toastmasters, I realized that we are all unique and we're all different. But yes, we all have the same basic needs as well. So yes, I have learned so many things. I've learned to deal with many situations. I've been in so many leadership roles, but my greatest learning through Toastmasters was realizing that eventually you just let it go, you know. We meet so many people and things seems to just fall in place. There's no need for us to stress about so many things. If we do the basics, if we keep on and we don't give up, everything will just fall in place. And that is what I learned personally, that you can go with a good night's rest and you can sleep peacefully. Just let it go. We are on this journey. And if we find ourselves stressing about everything, eventually it will affect our health, our mental well-being. So yes, that was one of the biggest lessons I learned. But besides that, I also learned from so many other people, because in this organization, you meet people from different backgrounds, from different cultures, different beliefs. And yes, people that are struggling with certain things and people that are excelling in others. And I must say to you, I've realized that, yes, we are here to help each other and to learn from each other. And with respect and tolerance, I think we can only improve. So that is on my personal level. I realized that, yes, there's so much to learn, and we can keep on learning by being part of this organization. So many clubs have many bylaws. So some clubs will have bylaws, and in the past, they had rules like you must attend at least 2 meetings before you join. Other clubs do not have that. So it all depends on the club and what they decide. So some people think it's good practice because in the past, say 10 years ago, people were quite eager and they would just sign up and they join, but they never attend meetings after that. So it might be good practice to first see if you attend 1 or 2 meetings, whether you can benefit from this program, or maybe the club can benefit from you. So it's a two-way, a double-sided way to look at things. But now with COVID-19, we know that Toastmasters is a physical organization and we struggle being online. So I'm quite sure with the COVID-19 almost being behind us, that those provisions will not be followed because our members need to grow. We need members. So yes, if somebody's eager to sign up, why not?
That's excellent, the way you simplified the policies of Toastmasters International. Coming to the next query, would you kindly simplify the structure of a Toastmasters meet, how it works around for our viewers, please?
Yes, Toastmasters, remember, is basically an organization where people are learning to become new leaders, better leaders. They are learning skills to become better speakers, whether it's public speaking or also impromptu speaking. So the meeting is designed in such a way that there are 3 parts. The first part relates to the prepared speeches where the members decide which speeches they are going to make. And to facilitate that, Toastmasters International have created pathways. And pathways is where you as a member decide which path you are going to follow. There are various paths. Some can be humorous, some can be professional, some can be public speaking, some can be leadership. There are so many to choose from. But then you have certain assignments or certain objectives and certain projects that you must complete in order to progress to the next level. So the first part of the meeting is the prepared speeches, where the members prepare their speeches and they must fulfill the objectives in line of the path that they want to excel or to learn in. The second part of the meeting is where we have impromptu speaking. Impromptu means on the spur of the moment. It's not prepared. And that is what makes Toastmasters so challenging and so exciting as well, because you do not know what the topic is that you are going to speak about. I once was given a paperclip and I had to speak for 3 minutes about a paperclip. And for me, when I think back, I think, yes, you learn so many things, how to improvise. And that is where we learn how to deal with our nerves and how to control our speaking so that we can face almost any situation. So the impromptu speaking part is a must in any Toastmaster meeting. The members cannot decline. They must do the impromptu speaking. We will have a table topics master, but guests, they can decline, but members cannot decline. So yes, that is the second part. And I feel it's one of the most important, and we benefit a lot from the impromptu unprepared speech, because in life we are in many situations. We might have to say something in a certain situation, and that empowers us and gives us the necessary skills to talk in any situation. The final part is our evaluation session. And for me, this is the strongest and the biggest pillar of this organization, because evaluation is feedback, and we all need feedback. Whether it's in our daily lives, or whether it's in the kitchen, the food tastes lovely, or maybe it needed some more salt, or whether it's in our work situation, you're doing a great job. And we all need that in our lives. And sometimes it's lacking most of the time. So using Toastmasters, we have an evaluation session. Evaluators will evaluate the prepared speeches and give them feedback, but in a positive way, not in a negative way, but how can you improve? And at the same time, the whole meeting will be evaluated, the different role players, and was it a successful meeting? What can we do better next time? So yes, we will also vote for the best speaker and the best table topics speaker, the same for the best evaluators and role players. There is always feedback that is constant, and that is what makes us learn and become better. So yes, a meeting will have your prepared speeches, your impromptu speeches, and your evaluation, which are the three most important parts of any meeting.
Thank you very much for detailed descriptions of a meet, and this summary at the end. Prepared speeches, impromptu table topics speeches, and the evaluation. This is what makes a Toastmasters International so exciting, adrenaline pumping. And then at the end, there are a lot of accolades, appreciations. There is no negative things, but constructive. So as to improve, that's what we Toastmasters International make public speakers, leaders, and making communication easy. So now coming to the next phase. See, you have been through all the thicks and thins. The last 2 years was challenging over worldwide, and you have been through those COVID-19 era where you shifted from earlier physical meet to virtual online meet. And then now, after opening up, slowly, first started with hybrid, mixed of physical and online, and now completely opening to physical meets. How challenging as an administrator, as one of the policy makers, as the president of one of the renowned Mangaf Communicators Toastmasters Club of District 20. How challenging was it for you? Please.
I must tell you, and believe me, it's our club. It's not just my club, but as members as well. You know, we learned with COVID-19 so many new skills. We learned about online meetings. We learned about the virtual platform. So yes, we were empowered and we survived that. But yes, coming back to your question, I must say that Toastmasters is a public speaking and leadership organization. And you know, our body speaks. And our body language is very important. You and me are sitting on this platform, but the whole body speaks. Eye contact is so important. And at the same time, your stance, your gestures, and all on the stage, that is how we used to do it. And psychologists agree that in the same, I had some members that told me personally, but they want to be in a physical meeting and not in an online platform. But we survived, we improvised. It was a learning curve for everybody. We kept going and we tried our best. And yes, we kept going. The club is still strong after COVID, but definitely we had many problems relating to the basis of any speech, where the gestures were lacking. Another problem we had was with the hybrid meetings, where you now have members in different countries, and that is somehow problematic for the future, because we pay our membership every 6 months, and yes, we are going back to physical meetings again. So you make good connections with people in different countries, in Africa, in Asia, in the UK, in Europe, in North America, and South America as well. But yes, unfortunately, we are going to lose that once we move away from hybrid meetings. Next meeting will be completely hybrid. We will still have speakers from other. We have break and we network, but we can relate and we can see the emotion, and we can follow the speaker and we can feel that connection. So yes, it's tough, but I can't wait at the same time to go back to that reality.
So this is our Toastmaster President Stephen wondering about and explaining beautifully about the verbal, non-verbal communication skills, and excited now to go for the physical meets. So Toastmaster Stephen, before we say goodbye to our dear and respected viewers, would you kindly have your final message for our viewers, please?
Yes, I think about many things, and sometimes the big thought seems to lose some. We don't even consider that. But yes, I always ponder about the reason why we are here. And the wise people say there are so many philosophers. The famous quotation they give to quite a few, but it goes like this: we are all travelers through this universe. We are pilgrims traveling through the universe, not knowing why. But we know we are here for others. So that to me is very important. Without people, without others, we are lost. We need people in our lives, and they need us in their lives as well. So for me, it's important that we realize that we must serve each other and go out of our way to do good to our fellow citizens, to our neighbors, to make sure that we make it as easy as possible for them.
We are here on this planet to serve other people. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers, we had a nice session with our Toastmaster President Stephen Erasmus. Before he signs up, he sends a lot of nice messages for humanity, messages about being an educationist, public speaker, leader. So we sign off. Thank you very much, our respected Toastmaster Stephen Erasmus, for being in our show from your busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.